Guys, today I wanted to talk about when you cheat, when you Cheeto on your keto. So I always like to encourage people when they're starting out their ketogenic journey, diet, lifestyle, whatever you want to call it. I think it's really important to start with the basics and healthy habits. So sticking to the whole foods and really figuring out which macros work best for you if you need higher fat. And it's also really important to figure out which foods you're sensitive to. When you're doing too many, fake sweeteners, or even the healthy sweeteners like erythritol, stevia, or pork rinds. Even coconut cream for me, if I have too much, it's just brain fog. Oh, Rama, too many nuts. All those things I like to say they get noisy if you have too many. I think they're awesome in the right amounts. And so when you have a cheat or a cheat day, we typically overdo amounts on those things. And I am guilty of this. I think a lot of people are guilty of it. It's not always intentional. But what happens is we're sending signals to our bodies, So if you are eating extra pork rinds at the expense of proteins from, some salmon or some grass-fed ground beef, or even just eggs. Think about all of the aminos and nutrients in that egg versus the pork rinds. Even if they're grass-fed pork rinds, if you're getting all of your protein and then extra protein from just pork rinds, you are what you eat. Just let that sit. And it's something to be mindful of when you're eating your food. I think it's really important to, at least for me, I find it very helpful to say a blessing over my food, be grateful for it, and think about the nourishment. It's filling your mitochondria, your cells, and you want them to be full of good nutrients, and so that you can, fuel ATP and energy and fill your body with wholesome nutrients. Because when you get too stuffed on the noisy stuff, you're not gonna meet your body's needs. And it's not just body, it connects everything. It affects your gut. Your gut and your brain are connected, as we all should, hopefully know. Even though a lot of doctors don't even think about that these days yet. But just mind your gut. If you don't feel good, just put it in the simplest terms. If you don't feel good after doing something, then you probably shouldn't do it again. And so think about your mindset. Your body is a sponge. You're absorbing whatever you put into it. I know that we get really, really stressed out, or we get really tired and we don't want to prepare food, or we just want easy pork rinds, or we're PMSing and I just want a salty snack. But what are you feeding? Are you feeding comfort? Are you feeding a feeling? The truth is, more times than not, you're not actually hungry for something. It's just a craving. It's a signal. And this is why I also like to encourage meditation and prayer and journaling. And if you have a cheat day, then journal after it. I highly encourage you to. I also encourage you to not use intermittent fasting as an excuse to eat more junk food. I think that a lot of people fall into this trap where they do a fast and then they think, okay, well, I have all these extra calories and I'm going to refeed with this ginormous fat bomb that's just going to, or protein bomb. I encourage you to think about the quality of the fats and the proteins and nutrients that you're getting, and are you getting micronutrients? So if you're going to use your carbs in a can of coconut cream for one day, fine, do that. But just try not to get stuck in a routine of doing that, because you want to be using your carbs for spinach and avocado and get your micronutrients. And so, anyways, honor your bodies. You are not your own. I am a Christian, and I also believe that my body is a temple of the Holy Spirit, and it's my responsibility to take care of it, to take care of me, so I can better take